Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia last Saturday led a government delegation to donate relief items such as maize, rice, cooking oil, mattresses and other household materials to distressed communities that were hard hit by a week-long downpour in the 3 regions of the north. The Vice President also used the occasion to commiserate with families that lost their relatives during the disaster. But barely 3 days after the gesture, it has emerged that some of the food items supplied by the Vice President have expired, resulting in some beneficiaries becoming ill after consuming the affected consignments. The opposition National Democratic Congress (NDC) first brought the issue to public attention at a press conference held in Wa today.
Ordinarily, we all thought the Vice President was in town to exemplify the age-old Ghanaian moral etiquette of being each other's keepers and offering solace for those who unfortunately are hit by distasteful circumstances such as the flooding that occurred in the suburbs of our region. Little did we expect that our Vice President would exploit our vulnerability and use our times of grief to further his political aims and caprices. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a shock of our lives when some of our kinsmen who had received disaster relief items, the items that were given, who had received disaster relief items, realized that the items that were given to them were expired and from all looks are unwholesome for human consumption. I think that you all can see these items that are assembled here. Weevil-infested rice, maggot-infested rice, oil that is looking like milk. And unfortunately, I shudder to wonder how the office of the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana could distribute items that do not have the certification of the Foods and Drugs Authority. You can all see that there is no certification of Foods and Drugs Authority on these items. It means that the institutions that have been put in place to certify the wholesomeness of food that we consume have not been put to work. And the Vice President's office had looked down on that state institution, and this is where we find ourselves today.
The regional branch of the National Disaster Management Organization has since confirmed to City News that it has received reports suggesting that some recipients became ill after consuming some of the food items. In a telephone interview with City News, the Upper West Regional NADMO chief, Isaac Seidu, says subsequent investigations by his outfit established that some of the food items which formed part of the supplies from the Vice President indeed expired. The exact number of people affected is not immediately known, but Prosper Poire believes that some actions must be taken to forestall future recurrence.
The original NADMO boss must be relieved of his position with immediate effect, as it is clear that his unwatchfulness is a threat of potential disaster on our people.
Exactly.
Yes. 3, with immediate effect, government should remedy the embarrassment the Vice President caused there by immediately coming to the aid of the disaster victims in a dignified and proper manner.